I realized how much time I was wasting. I'm like, okay, if I approach 10 chicks in Rio, I can get 8 numbers and I'll see 8 of them.
Damn. Heard did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
Dallas is horrible for me to try to pull women at. I mean, I can get them right, but it's so many, it's fucking exhausting. I go to Austin, it's better. I thought I was winning when I had like a 50% increase in Austin. Like, okay, I'm doubling up. But then I go to Rio and that shit doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. Like it didn't compare so much when I came back. I wasn't even fucking when I got back. I said, I'll wait till I get out of town again.
I heard that.
Because I realized how much time I was wasting. I'm like, okay, if I approach 10 chicks in Rio, I can get 8 numbers and I'll see 8 of them. Again, you approach 10 chicks here, you might get 2 numbers. No, let's say you get 8 numbers. 2 of them motherfuckers gonna text you back, and then one of them gonna flake, and then another one's gonna flake, and then she gonna come back later on and try to reschedule, and then she might be ready to fuck the second time. But who wants to go through all that? That's why I said, like, I have shit I do on a daily basis. I ain't got time to play with a bitch.
I heard that.
No, I agree. You shouldn't play with no chicks like that. But that's the point is that, see, if you're out here, because you're saying, well, I'll get 2 out of 10 here, but I get 8 out of 10 there, right? What you got to understand is that the 2 out of 10 you get in here is most likely because they like you. The 8 out of 10 you get in there is because they like your money. Generally, that's all I'm saying. So it's a different thing.
You believe that?
No, it's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, unless you're over here flaunting money and in that situation, then it would be different. But what I'm saying is, generally over here, if you're in America and you're an American and you're talking to an American chick and she's fucking with you, she's fucking with you because of you. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you showing that you're trying to trick and pop bottles. You understand? If you're just talking and having a conversation, 9 times out of 10, she fucking with you for you. If you over there and you're an American, as soon as you're American, generally it's like, oh, well, you're an American. So my mindset is, oh, let me go get this from this American guy. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's the same game we play here in the States, is that, you know, they're looking, oh, let me get this. He has money. Let me get this from him. I think you're not going to be able to get away from that.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If she is seeing you like that because of how you're presenting yourself, then yes, you're not going to get away from that. So meaning if you go up to a girl in a bar and you say, hey, let me buy you a drink, right? You're starting out with money, just like how you would be starting out with money if you was overseas, taking a girl out to eat and all that other stuff to try to fuck. So what I'm saying is that how you're showing up in a situation is how the girl's going to treat you. So if you're showing up, starting with your wallet, leading with your wallet, then what's going to happen is that she's going to look at you that way. So generally, if you're an American going overseas and you're out there, they assume you're already leading with your wallet.
So I don't leave with my wallet anywhere, right? But they don't even think I'm American when I'm in Brazil.
Yeah, that's true, because they have a lot of melanin there. So you go over there, they actually think that you are Brazilian. Until you actually speak, then they'll know that, okay, he's from.
When you speak, then they say, oh, I thought you were Brazilian, but.
Yep.
Right, and then that's when they know that you're not. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is that I can speak Portuguese too, so they won't know until I tell them. But so what if they think that I'm Brazilian? What are they? Why are they being so genuine before that?
No, but what I'm saying is they can tell you're not Brazilian. Because even the way you don't speak fluent Portuguese, do you?
I do.
Go ahead, speak. Say a whole paragraph.
Olá, como estás? Estou nos Estados Unidos. Eu moro em Dallas, Texas. Eu venho ao Brasil 3 meses. Por 3 meses.
Keep going.
Próxima semana. Next week.
Keep going.
Próxima semana eu voltei em Rio de Janeiro. Eu vou a Salvador, Bahia, Brasil.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. You sound like somebody that's learning Portuguese. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just like when a person comes to America and they speak English and you can tell they're still learning or their English isn't all the way. They can tell they're not from here. That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, it still doesn't prove the point because that's not what they say.
What do you mean that's not what they say?
They still say like, I'm surprised you were American. I thought you were Brazilian. I mean, why would they just volunteer a lie like that?
No, what I'm saying is this is what you're not getting. What you're not getting is that when a woman, right? See, women have game too.
The reason I was probably pausing is because you got me talking about some shit that it has nothing to do with nothing in another language. Now, if I'm approaching a woman, I know exactly what I want to say. Like if I want to say, hey, I want to meet you or I want to get to know you, eu quero conhecer você. There's no pause. But you're just asking me to elaborate just in thin air. That's like just put me on a podium and say, speak. I'm not going to just speak fast. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You just said speak.
Right. But what I'm saying is the way that you speak in a certain language will tell the person who hasn't been speaking that language for all their life whether or not you speak that language.
Well, accents are in the United States too. You know, I have a Texas accent. Somebody might have a New York accent.
No, accents is different. What I'm saying is that I'm saying that the way that you're speaking, as far as the speed and how comfortable you are saying your words, will show a person what it is. So that's what I'm saying. So when
That's what I just said.
Right. So what I'm saying is when a woman is talking to you, right, and she realizes or recognizes how you're coming at her, that can change how she's going to come at you. So what I'm saying is just like, for example, if I see a woman across the room, right, and she's checking me out and I go up to her and I say, hey, can I buy you a drink? Right. As soon as I say that, she's like, this woman could be like, oh, so he has money. Let me try to use him for this. But if I go up to her and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? And we just start talking regular and I'm not saying anything about buying nothing or pulling out the wallet or nothing, then it's going to be a different situation in how she's going to receive me. So what I'm saying is the way that you're coming at them and the way that they perceive you can change how they're going to come at you. That's all I'm saying.
So what way do you think I'm coming at them?
No, what I'm saying is that the way you're coming at them and you're interacting with them, they can tell that you're not from there. And then because you're not from there, they're going to act differently towards you. So
well, it sounds like you know what my approach is, though.
No, I'm saying the fact that you're American, they're going to come at you a certain way when they see that. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying.
So, yeah, but how do they? So okay, so what you're saying is how he speaks Portuguese. He doesn't sound like he's Brazilian. Is that what you're trying to infer?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And so now that they know that, that's going to make them see him differently, which is going to make them come at him a different way. That's what I'm trying to say.
But how would they automatically assume that he's American? Like, okay, because because they may hear an accent that may not necessarily sound Brazilian, but they don't necessarily know that he's American.
But see, that's how women game men. Women are reactionary. They react to us. So what?
I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. But what I'm saying is that, like, yes, you're right. Women are reactionary, and women have game, and I think that's one of the things that all of us collectively will agree in the manosphere, you know, whatever side you're on, right? So I believe that, like, so I understand what you're saying to a fault, but when I heard Austin kind of speak Portuguese, like when he approached the girl, he said it with like authority, and it didn't sound like he was American. I guess I would have to. I guess I would have to hear Austin in action. But to me, when I heard him speak Portuguese, he didn't sound like someone. He didn't sound like someone who didn't know what he was talking about. And some people were saying some of the things that he was saying is in Spanish. Portuguese is very similar to Spanish. So if you do know Spanish, you will know some Portuguese. So some words are transferable. That's what somebody in the chat had said that.
So if you were speaking Spanish in it, that's what I'm saying. If you were saying Spanish things, a native Portuguese speaker is going to know that you're not speaking Portuguese like that.
So let me ask you this. Would you say that an American woman or a Brazilian woman is a better deal?
A better deal for what exactly?
Like I'm gonna get more value, you know, in whatever way. If we want to talk about marriage, effort she puts into me, which one would be a better deal?
See that there is no better deal. This is what I'm saying. I keep trying to tell you, it's based off the guy.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The motherfuckers in the United States don't even know how to cook for themselves.
No, this is what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is how a woman responds to you is based off you. So what I'm saying, so when you're asking the question, which girl is a better deal, the better deal is based off the better man.
Well,
what I'm trying to say. This is why it's so hard for guys to get this shit.
So who is the better deal? Who has more to offer is what I'm trying to say. It's not about what the man wants, because a man in the United States could want a woman that cooks. I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself and say more women know how to cook today than they did 50 years ago. But in Brazil, that seems to be the complete opposite. The majority of women know how to cook.
Mm-hmm. So this is the part you're not getting, right? Well, okay, let's say you have a company like Google, right? And the company the structure's great. They've been there for years. Everything is on point, right? Then you have a startup company called whatever, just some random company, and they're all over the place. They don't got nobody doing the books. The managers always in and out and all this other stuff, right? What happens is that when a person works for that company, Google, right? Google has a structure in place where they're going to get more out of that employee because they have a structure. Whereas the other startup company may not have a structure in place, so they're not going to get the best out of that employee because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So what I'm saying is the best you're going to get out of a woman depends on how you are as a man. So the better you are as a man, the best you're going to get out of a woman. That's why you're not understanding the answer.
So
you're looking at the woman outside of the situation.
Okay. So the better of a man I am, the better she'll know how to cook.
Yes, the better you get a woman that's going to be able to cook.
Okay. So
yes.
Okay, would you say holding masculine frame will make you a better man? Being able to have a masculine frame.
What's masculine frame? What is that?
Well, like what I'm doing here, how I'm staying stoic. I'm not getting in my emotions, none of that. Would you say that's beneficial to a man? That makes him a better man?
Yeah, that's beneficial.
So me doing this makes a motherfucker know how to make pasta.
No, what that means is that if you are the type of guy that wants a woman to make pasta, guess what you're going to do? You're going to find a woman and you're going to vet her to see if she can make pasta.
What I'm telling you is the majority of these motherfuckers in the United States don't know how to cook for themselves.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This
is a fast food culture.
This is what you're not getting. Do you know that people sometimes when they want a certain job, they go back to school to learn so that they can do that job, right? So if a woman don't know how to cook pasta and she's like, this motherfucker want me to learn how to cook pasta, she's going to learn how to cook pasta for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I have to disagree, because when I brag about women in Brazil knowing how to cook, the overwhelming majority of women say you're looking for a mom. So they don't even want to learn how to cook.
Wait, so the majority of women say that you're looking for a mom when you tell
you're looking for a mom or you can cook for yourself. You've heard these things before.
Yeah, and that's exactly. And they're saying
they don't want you to train them. They don't want to get better for you. That's why they're gonna die alone.
Right. They don't want to get better for who? You. That's what I'm trying to say.
They don't want to get better for anybody.
With you. With you.
I have to interject because when I moved to Houston, every girl that I went out with was really trying to get me back to their crib to cook for me, because that was my first time even dealing with the South. That was new to me, especially, coming from over here from the Bay Area. When I got to the house, they was like, you need to come over here. You need to taste my chicken, or you need to taste my roast. You need to taste my, my potato salad. It was like a competition of girls like, mine's better, mine's better, mine's better, mine's better. So it's interesting just hearing and I'm sure Austin, especially, the younger women, they probably haven't even gotten there. But then again, the women that I were dealing with were pretty much late 20s, early 30s at the time. I don't really deal with under 25, but I found it kind of interesting that women really could not wait to show me that they can burn when I got down in Houston.
Okay. So you said younger women my age. I would agree with you. They ain't shit. They don't know. They got their PHs off.
Yeah.
But in Brazil, that's a complete flip. Why is that? That's a different culture. That's why I said that culture is generally going to have more to offer.
Is that what we need, though? I mean, you do you and everything. But my thing is this. So when you pack up and dip, and I'm actually going to ask you this personally, you're looking for a wife, aren't you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, so you're okay with just playing the field so far, but when you're ready to settle down, you do want to be married.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, because my thing is this: I really haven't seen anybody come back from overseas with a wife just yet, because they now have these options. So now the game done changed, and I think that's what's making a lot of other women out here upset. It's like, okay, you were getting on us, and you overlooked some of us. You go over there, and you're still not married. What's the problem? So now is there a F-boy mentality going over there? And it's like, have fun, do you? That's cool and everything. But the thing is, are these brothers looking for wives, or are they just saying that just to save face? I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be married, but there's also nothing wrong with wanting to play the game either.
Yeah, they are looking for wives. I mean, in my Facebook group, I got, if not hundreds of photos of dudes with women they're married to.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
And I could co-sign because I'm in the group, and there are brothers that are going over there getting married. There are brothers that are going over there getting married.
And all of my homies
here's
are married, so
a
this
bullshit.
is funny.
Let me ask you, here's a bullshit talking point. They say, oh, y'all aren't even going over there getting married. I've heard women say that, though, y'all aren't going to get married. But they love to bring up 90 Day Fiance. Yeah. That's a TV show where dudes are bringing women back to get married. So which is it? Is it that I'm not getting married, or is it when I get married? I mean, what are we talking about?
Like, let's take a